Are you crying again? Still.
I can't help it. He's gone. I can't believe he's gone.
But Mary, we have no time for pining. With what has just happened here, we're bound to have a lot of people coming. And there's so much to do. We have to clean the house, we have to prepare the food, and the list goes on and on.
But Jesus is gone. Even now, don't you just want to hold on to him a little bit longer?
Oh, Mary, I believed in him as much as you did. But don't you remember? It was me that went out to meet him when Lazarus died. Didn't I say to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
I remember. But do you remember what he told you?
He said, your brother will rise up. Then he said, I am the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me and dies will live. Then he said, do you believe me, Martha?
And what did you tell him?
I said, of course, Lord. I've always believed you are the Messiah, the Son of God. That's when I came to get you.
I remember I was really angry too. And I even said to him, Lord, if only you'd been here, our brother wouldn't have died. And he looked almost angry and deeply troubled. But I'll never forget when he commanded, roll the stone aside.
And I remember I protested. I thought the smell would be horrific.
Oh, but do you remember what he said?
He said, didn't I tell you, if you believe, you will see God's glory?
Oh, and then he looked up and he said, Father, I know you hear me. You always hear me. But I say this out loud for all these witnesses here, so they will know that you sent me.
And then Jesus said, Lazarus, come out. And he did.
You know, I'm afraid, though, that's the very event that set things in motion that happened just 3 days ago. Some of those witnesses rushed off to tell the Pharisees, and it sparked fear in their hearts instead of gladness.
And I was so glad to see Jesus and his followers when he came just before the Passover.
Oh, and how honored I was to be able to anoint his feet with the essence of nard.
And yes, when Judas was so concerned about the money, we should have known then that he would cause trouble for Jesus.
Oh, but do you remember what happened the next day? All the people were shouting, praise the Lord, hail the King of Israel.
And yes, I cannot believe he is gone. This does not make sense. With all the miracles he performed, the healing of the sick, giving sight to the blind, and raising Lazarus from the grave, why couldn't he save himself?
Do you think maybe? You know, he did talk about coming back, and he said something about the third day. That's today. We don't have time for cooking and cleaning. We have to go get it done.